All right, my last interview guest at this time is a hip hop artist out of Lexington, Kentucky. He's going to be a part of a Lexington Christmas record coming soon, and he's got his solo debut album on the way as well. And today is his birthday while performing at a show for a good cause. Jonesy is joining me. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Thank you so much for taking the time and doing this interview while you are at the Green Lantern Bar at the moment.
Yeah, well, I actually live like right down the street from it, so it's kind of nice. I can kind of walk over whenever I need to. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Oh,
all good. But thanks for having me on, brother. I appreciate it.
that's awesome. You are a lucky man,
Yeah, dude.
because I try to find a parking place at the Green Lantern Bar many times, and there are even times when I've been one way and it says the wrong way, and I'm like going through it anyway, and cars blowing their horns at me and stuff like that. That's how difficult it is to find a parking spot at Green
Yeah,
Lantern
it is.
Bar. Like
It is.
if you go to a show, you either get there early, or you're screwed. Uh,
It's pretty much true. You got an Uber or something now over
yeah,
there.
yeah, I'm gonna have to start thinking of Uber for that particular bar. I like Green Lantern. It's nice, but the parking, considering that's it's always a jam-packed crowd every other night,
Yeah, man.
every other weekend. So,
Yeah, man.
uh, now I first heard of you through a show from I think it was not I don't know, it wasn't last month, it was the month before that. Lex State of
Yeah.
Mind. It was at Big Hair HQ.
Mhm.
Shout out to Card Ransom, a
Yeah,
fellow
that's what.
local hip
That's my
hop
dude.
artist, and that was his show. He put it together. He brought some local artists such as yourself. That was one of my
Mhm.
favorite shows that I've went to all year, and it was just awesome. All the artists came out supporting each other. And for my as a solo artist.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So a little trio called Bizarre Czar. Pretty silly name there. Kind of like psychedelic pop type stuff, and I helped make the beats with our old DJ Blue Dreams, aka Zach Selbo. We went to school together, both for audio. How we met. We had worked on a lot of different projects together, and another guy, Redmond, who was by Mike Myers, and he actually has a hook or two on my project that's coming out later this month. And we did that for 2 or 3 years, and it was more just fun, just seeing like testing seeing what we could do, like just experimentally with it, and it had a bit of Docs racist vibe, kind of goofy, fun, silly stuff. But Blue Dreams, man, he was a wild DJ. He had 2 or 3 synthesizer stack that he'd always bring to the shows and his beat machine, and he even had an old school like box that they used in a lot of psychedelic rock that hooked into his synthesizer, and he'd just do so like jazz piano type stuff over top. So definitely look him up if you get the chance. He's actually up in Chicago now doing some cool stuff. We still keep in touch and work on things together from time to time, and him and Petey Smooth are super good friends. They're actually working on a beat tape right now too together, so look forward to that. That's for sure. But yeah, that was my first solo show, and I was really hyped about the reception, and shout out to everybody, all those guys. We've all been working together for a little bit now, and I got to get to know Cobb and Body and them this year. So they're just good folk, man. They're just part of that younger scene envelope and really trying to make the scene healthy again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Lexington hip hop, man, it's been quite a year. A lot of artists coming out with some music, and I
Mhm.
been friends with a lot of them, and it's just and to see the support, cause that I see from other artists is pretty cool, considering
Mhm.
how hip hop could be quote unquote competitive at times.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to see that the artists support each other and just vibing and everything. That's pretty
Yeah.
dope. So you're gonna be part of a show this evening, and the name of the event is called Tunes for Standing Rock.
Yep.
It's at the Green Lantern Bar. and the show is already in progress right now, and
Mhm.
it's in solidarity with those in Cannonball, North Dakota. The evening will celebrate those who are fighting for the rights of the earth and its people. $5
Mhm.
is the cover price. All proceeds from that night will be sent to the Standing Rock Sex Tribe. And so you are one of two hip hop artists performing. You're performing at 11:25 p.m. And
Yes, sir.
shout out to Will the Poet, former guest on the show. He's performing at 11. What's it like getting a chance to perform for a show like this for the good cause?
Oh, I'm really excited, man. I'm ecstatic, and it sounds like there's going to be just like a different group of people who are usually at, and usually when you go to a hip hop show here, not familiar faces. Sometimes you don't too, which is a beautiful thing when you don't have a familiar face. You know what I mean? Because that means you get some new folkers coming out. And I think this is a really awesome opportunity. My friend Will Harvey put it together, and he was asking me, he's like, "Hey, man, we're trying to get more hip hop in Green Lantern because they don't do too much of that there, you know what I mean? And we just kind of want to show them that it's like okay for us to like perform there too. And I go to the rock shows there all the time. I love that type of music. And me and Russell are really good friends, so like he asked me to play, Will did, and I reached out to Russell because Will the Poet, because he and I go way back. I've worked on both of his last albums, and he's an awesome guy. And I just thought maybe his message that he usually gives like would fit what's going on. He's a very political rapper, very social conscious rapper, and he can just spit bars for days. But man, I'm just excited. I'm so excited to just give something back to a community, or just more rather see a community come together. And it's not about money or anything like that. Like it's all about just for us. It's about just like spreading that message and just seeing a group of people who come together and help support some people who are suffering and fighting for beliefs and their rights, states away from us. And I think that's a beautiful thing that to reach someone, even though you might be here, you can still help out someone over there. You know what I mean? It was and for this together a drink special too. I think it's $6 and it's a beer and a shot, and they're actually taking $1 off that initial payment. So $1 of each of those sold also goes to the donation. So I'm pretty hyped. I think we'll get a really good crowd tonight because it's just cool. It's just cool as a rapper to be like playing with some like rock bands. I'm actually friends with a few of those bands, so it's just so cool for us to actually do like a mixed genre show for once. You know what I mean? And really try to just get everybody inclusive and get everybody in there together. I think it's a beautiful thing. So I'm just excited. I can't. It's awesome that my second show as a solo artist is helping someone else out rather than just myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's a variety of artists, acoustic artists, rock artists, pop artists,
Yeah, man.
just a variety, and it's all for a good cause. So um, I appreciate all those that are listening right now. Truly appreciate it. But once you get through this interview, if you don't have any plans, head over to the Green Lantern Bar and check it out. $5 is the cover price, and
Mhm.
you know, and it's gonna be an awesome show for sure. Um, Now you put out a song on SoundCloud called "For Them," and I
Mhm.
played it. I played it on the song earlier. Um, your record that you got coming out. Talk about the progress that you been and exactly when in 2017 is going to be coming out.
Yeah, for sure. It'll actually be coming out the end of the month. It's coming out December 31st as a plan, and it's the title is 2016 or 2016, however you want to say it. And to me, it's just like a reflection of the year, and it's supposed to be different. The way the tracks are working right now is that I just kind of said I had a vision. It's all produced by either me or J Ideas too, and a little bit from my dude Quailbar up in Chicago, who I've recently linked up with. He has one or two beats on there as well, but most of it's J Ideas, who actually works with Real the Poet all the time too. He does most of his beats, and basically it's just a reflection of the year and the different emotions that you feel throughout different states of the year. And so it's just like hard times, you go through joyous times, you go through celebrations, losses, whether it be like a lover or a physical friend or, even a mental thing. I mean, so it's just supposed to be a contemplation of all those different emotions. So each song kind of reflects a different emotion. They have like a braggadocious song. You get a song that's talking about a friend who passed away. You got a song that's talking about my mother and like going home to visit her and stuff like that. So that's the plan for it, and I'm really excited to get it out there. And I'm lucky enough that I work as an audio engineer, so it's kind of nice because I've just been able to stay afterward most nights for 2 or 3 hours and just kind of play with mixing on it and stuff. I've really gotten to take my time, and I'm just waiting right now to get 1 or 2 more singers in there to get their parts done, and after that, I'm pretty much done recording, and I'll be mixing it over the break. So I'm pretty hyped about it, man.
Rapping, songwriter, mixing, engineering. You literally sleep in the studio from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, man, it's a good time. My boss, I work over this place called Dynamics Productions. We do mostly sound for picture and voiceover works. We do a lot of work for NPR and different companies in town. And my boss over there, Neil. He's a true gem, man. He taught me a lot, and took a chance on a guy who just graduated, and he's got his music degree, audio music tech degree. That's a technical term. And he was like, "Yeah, man, come on in. Like, I'll help you out. Get started because you're not going to learn until you really go at it. You can learn a lot in school until you're actually in the real studio and you're in the real job. That's when you really start honing your skills." And he's been letting me bring people in there after hours. Like I've been recording Cobb's new project. I'm going to start recording Body, I think next week, or not next week, next month. And like I recorded half of Russell's, Real the Poet's last album, went on the fly there. I recorded half of his album before that, The Real World there. And it's just, so my boss lets me just bring in people who are close to me like that and folks like that and just help them out. So you know what I mean? Because not everybody can afford to pay like $80 an hour to record all the time. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun, man, and it's a great studio. It's a great place. So I'm very thankful for being able to do that and having the chance to help out other folks as well, because I just want the community to grow. And we got an insane talent pool of artists here, like and music artists, and it's really fostering. I really feel like everybody's got the push at the moment to really try to come together and make some great stuff.
Absolutely. And before I let you go, there's a Lexington Christmas hip hop
Yeah.
album in the works. You, Cobb, and a variety of others. Real quick, talk about that project, and do you know when it's coming out?
Yeah, man. The goal is to get it out on Christmas Day. The real goal would be December 20th, but if I can't get it mixed by then, it'll have to be Christmas Day. And then we're going to take all the proceeds from that and donate it to Toys for Tots for next year's Christmas. And then I believe in January, Cobb is trying to put together a Let's State of Mind show for January and have us do primarily the Christmas show or the Christmas album. And it has, I think I counted up 17 different rappers on it. I think that's how many we have signed up, 16, 17. And for all from Lexington, Georgetown, and Frankfurt, which I think's awesome. And I'm ecstatic. It has beats from PD Smooth on there, J Ideas, Obvious, and it's just a great time, man. I'm really excited. It's really cool to see like everyone come together and just be like, yeah, let's rap about some silly Christmas song. And some of them are a little darker too, though. Some of them are trying to like talk about some realisms of the holidays as well. Because there's some folk out there who don't have a family to go home to or kids to go see, or they can't go. You know what I mean? Some people are alone on the holidays, so there's also that reflected in there as well. But there's also a lot of silly, joyous things. I'm really excited. We're going to get it out there, put it out. I'm going to try to get it on Spotify and all that stuff, too. It's more of a licensing rights, so I'll have to see if I can do that eventually. That'll be later down the road, but we're definitely going to put it out on Bandcamp. And so I'm also looking at physical distribution because I'm good friends with Sammy at the album, so I mentioned it to him a little while back, and he told me just to get him pressed, and he's going to help us out with it. So it's just an awesome thing, man. I'm really hyped about it. It's pretty wild. I think all those people are wanting that trust to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to all the artists that's going to be on that Christmas record. It's pretty dope. And I noticed I posted on Facebook about trying to get MP3s from Christmas tunes, and I noticed you and John of Re-Education Camp were talking back and
Mm-hmm.
forth, and hopefully it'll be a late, last-minute addition to that project.
Yeah,
So,
he is. He is. He actually sent me 2 songs the other day, and they were already mixed and mastered, and I was like, thank you so much.
oh,
'Cause that
awesome.
saves me some time, you know what I'm saying?
I, I'm
So,
glad. I'm
you
glad my Facebook status can lead to some networking. So
hey, I
that's
appreciate it,
you
Kitty,
know.
man. It really did, though. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, so thank you for your time. Have a great show. Have a great performance. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not, but if I don't see
Yeah,
you, I'll see you after the holidays for sure.
for sure, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for doing what you do and for having all of us on here all the time. It's awesome. It's a good thing to do, so I really appreciate what you do, brother.
Absolutely. Have a good night. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, man. You too. Enjoy your Christmas.
Oh, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.